better daily, where we work hard in our minds, bodies, and our spirits to become 1% better every single day. Download the app and join our Betterment family at betterdaily.life to catch the video version of these podcasts. Here's your host and my dad, Alex Van Houten.
What is up, Betterment family? This is Alex Van Houten in Better Daily Live. Today is Nutrition Tip Tuesday, and man, it's so hard to pick a favorite day of the week. I almost said this is my favorite day of the week because we get to talk about nutrition, but we have some awesome stuff going on every day of the week in here. Can I get an amen? And so I can't say this is my favorite day. It's one of my 5 favorite days of the week. Good morning, KT. Thanks for joining us. Before I get into our Nutrition Tip Tuesday, today we're going to be talking about your food is more than calories. Yes! Before I get into that, though, I want to draw attention to the deal that just went out yesterday. And so yesterday was Cyber Monday, and Cyber Monday, traditionally you get 5,000 emails from different places trying to get your money. And we're different, but we're not different enough that we don't have a deal for you. So as far as Better Daily is concerned, we have an awesome deal for gifting friends and family. If you have a friend or family member in your life that you're like, you need betterment in your life, you need support, you need a kick in the pants, you need motivation and inspiration, and I want you to have what I have found here in the Better Daily community, then you can gift Better Daily. We're doing 3 months for $25. It's a gift certificate format. I will drop the link in the video here and in the comments below so you can find that. And now until December 24th, you can pick a few of those up and gift them to who you would like to gift them, and they'll be able to join you for the Faithful 40 Challenge. They'll be able to get things started and rolling for themselves in 2022 on any of those New Year's resolutions or goals. They'll be able to attend live events and seminars. They'll be able to join us for the Run 100 and various other events we'll have coming up. So I'm very excited to extend that offer to you guys, and I hope you'll consider who in your life needs to join you here in Better Daily. So today we're going to be talking about how your food is more than calories. Now, you've probably heard me say this before, but I want to do a general overarching piece for you because I'm writing a book right now, actually, the Better Daily book, and I'm excited about it, man. It's going to be an awesome book. I'm not just because I'm writing it. I think that as I've read so many different exercise and nutrition manuals, so to speak, or thoughts on the subject, the Whole30 or the paleo solution or the blood sugar solution or why zebras don't have ulcers, I have not read anything that ties the mind, body, and spirit together without sounding hokey and annoying and actually digs into the science of how these things are tied together and what difference that makes in our journey for betterment. Not just weight loss, not just running faster and farther, and if that's something you care about, great, that's awesome. But I'm saying our body is a foundation for our mind, which is a foundation for our spirit, so that we can progress toward better. And there is scientific backing for that sort of thing. And so I'm peeling apart that onion and exploring that through this book, and I'm excited that it'll be coming out this year. But one of the things that I'm talking about in this book is this idea that our food is more than calories. And I say that out loud, and an illustration might be which is better for you, which is going to help you more, 100 calories of Skittles or 100 calories of spinach, which is better? Well, Skittles might taste better if you like Skittles. Maybe you don't like Skittles, and maybe you're like, ugh, no Skittles for me, thanks. Skittles might taste better, but there's no argument that spinach is better for you. The antioxidants, the phytonutrients, the protein, there's actually protein in spinach, the fiber that's in spinach, that has a profound effect on your body, has a profound effect on your metabolism, your digestive tract, your microbiome, your hormones, right, compared to Skittles. But the calorie value, the caloric, the energy value of these two things are the same. And one of the things that's happened in the health and fitness world is if you go out on the internet and you start reading about how you should eat or what's good for you or that sort of thing, you'll come to this idea that all that matters is the calories. All that matters is how many calories you're putting in your face versus how many calories you're burning. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're eating Skittles or spinach, because 100 calories is 100 calories, right? Well, no. Even my 6-year-old knows that that's not true. But the question is, in what capacity is that not true? So when I say your food is more than calories, I need you to think about your body differently, right? Because that view, that model, that idea that food is calories, food is fuel, makes your body kind of like a car, right? So you take your car to the gas station, you put the little fuel dealie in there. Maybe someday we'll be paying less at the pump than we are right now. So you put fuel in the car, right? And then you drive however far you're going to drive. You're going to go from point A to point B, and you're going to burn that fuel. And when you run out of fuel, you're going to go back to the pump and you're going to put fuel back in it, right? And so the caloric model of nutrition looks like that. Your body is a car. And all it does is it uses the fuel that you put in your face in order to get from point A to point B. And when you run out of fuel, you need to refill it. Right? And so the calorie model makes sense there. If you weigh more than you would like to weigh, or your body fat's too high, or you want to grow muscle, right? You have to change this balance. You have to add more fuel to the system if you want to grow it, and you need to reduce the fuel if you want to deplete it, right? Now, there's a major problem with that. There's a number of problems with that analogy, but there's a major problem with viewing your body as a vehicle and your food as fuel. And the major problem is this, right? So if you drive your car, I drive a dad car, a Honda CR-V. Yeah. I traded my dude car for a dad car when I became a dad. So I drive a Honda CR-V. I hope it lasts me a long time. I hope it does. But the average car isn't going to last you very long. Maybe 10 years. Maybe a little more than that if you're willing to put a lot of elbow grease into it and you take really good care of it, right? And let's say your car lasts 20 years. That's awesome. Your body has to last longer than that, right? If your body's the vehicle, your body has to last longer than that. And I'm not saying you need to take really good care of your body for it to last a really long time. What I'm pointing out to you is that when your car craps out on you, you know, when the transmission gets all shoddy, when the axles start breaking on you, when things don't work anymore, you can just trade it in, right? You can sell it and buy a used car. You can buy a new car, pass this crummy one down to your kid. I'm just kidding. Like you can get rid of it and get another one. You can't do that for your body. And the question is, why does our body last so dang long compared to a car? Why does our body last so dang long compared to a car? That's a really good question. And the answer is because our body is continuously regenerating itself. Your car might need maintenance. You know, you need an oil change, you need spark plugs, you need new tires, right? Your car needs maintenance, but it's not going to last forever. It's just not. It's certainly not going to last 80 years of using it every day, day in and day out. But your body, on the other hand, our average life expectancy is around 78 years old. Your body can last a long time. And the reason is because your body right now, while I'm talking to you, is going through a process of regeneration. It's going through a process of rebuilding. So if your body was a car, then you need to know that the fuel you're putting into it is not just fuel. It's not just to get from point A to point B. If your body was a car, then in this analogy, the car would actually be taking components of the fuel and rebuilding itself. It would be taking molecules from your unleaded and rebuilding the transmission as you drive. It would be taking molecules from your gasoline and restoring the tires as you drive. And it would be fixing its own air conditioning clutch, and you wouldn't have to change the spark plugs because the dang spark plugs are getting renewed at the same time, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? The fuel that you put in your car as your car operates right now is just fuel. It gets you from point A to point B. But your food is more than that. And if your body was a car, then you need to understand that that car would be building itself out of the fuel, okay? Because the fuel has more than just one purpose. Not just point A to point B, but what you actually build yourself out of. So like if you hold up your hand and you see your hand, this hand is the hand my body built. What did it build it out of? Out of the food I eat. And every 3 to 5 years, it's going to turn over literally everything. I'm going to have a whole new hand. I will have a brand new hand, and that hand will be built out of whatever I ate in the past 3 to 5 years, right? So the hand you're looking at right now, Alex's hand, is the product of the last 3 to 5 years of what I've been consuming. And that's a big deal because in the health and fitness world, people look at the food they're consuming, and especially if they have fitness goals, especially if they have a weight loss goal, and they see it as calories. And when you look in the mirror, you see a calorie imbalance, right? If you're bigger than you want to be, or you're smaller than you want to be, like, oh man, I gotta fix my calories here. But what you're seeing when you look in the mirror is very different than that. What you're seeing when you look in the mirror is actually the product of the last 3 to 5 years of what you've been consuming. And regardless of whether you've been eating 100-calorie snacks, you're going to have a very different quality to the structure of your machine. You're going to have a very different quality to the structure of your machine if you're having Skittles versus spinach, regardless of calories. So KT dropped a comment here and she said, hey, I thought it was 7 years. And I'm glad you brought that up because I averaged it 3 to 5, right? There are areas of your body that regenerate faster. They're going through a much faster regenerative process than other areas of your body. For instance, your skin is going through a very fast regeneration process. Your skin takes a beating. It's a very, very important organ in your body. So sun damage, right, or burns or scrapes, you might, like say you cut yourself. It's a good thing it doesn't take 7 years for that cut to heal, right? Your body goes through a very fast turnover process to get some new cells there to restore that laceration, that cut. And so certain parts of your body regenerate faster than other parts of your body. And some parts of your body, the ones that are regenerating a little more slowly, those are the ones that take that 7 years there. I want to say that there are a couple of our organs that do that, like gallbladder. I could be wrong about that, but the cell turnover in a gallbladder is likely much slower than the cell turnover in our skin. It's a very hard thing to study. But anyway, the average is about every 3 to 5 years is somewhere in there. And then last but not least, and thank you so much for the question, the older we get, the slower this process happens. So in my children, they heal from a bruise or heal from a cut and they're regenerating like mad. You know, their brain tissue and their nervous tissue and their tendons and ligaments, they're just turning over like mad. You know, if they get injured or something gets hurt, they've got new cells to spare. You know, they're regenerating so fast, somewhere in the neighborhood of every few months. But as we get older, the older we get, the slower this process happens. And everybody knows that, right? we don't quite bounce back the way we used to. That might be the way we say that. So for Nutrition Tip Tuesday, I challenge you to look at your food differently this week. I challenge you to look at your food and go, that's way more than just calories. And sure, it's phytonutrients and it's antioxidants and it's fiber and it's food for my microbiome. There's a lot of different things that food is. It's much more than calories. And even more than that, the food that you eat today and the food that you eat tomorrow and the food that you eat next week, these are the building blocks. More than the fuel, they're the building blocks that you're going to ask your body to rebuild itself out of. And then the big question is, what kind of person do you want to be in 3 years? Maybe we can build an awesome version of you by just looking at our food a little different. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What comes to your mind when I say, your food is more than calories? Thank you so much for joining me on Nutrition Tip Tuesday. This has been Alex Van Houten in Better Daily Live. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Wildcard Wednesday, and until then, it's just 1%. You got this.
Thank you for joining us for your 1% Better today. Don't forget to subscribe for the podcast. Leave us a raving review to tell others how Better Daily has helped you in your journey. If you want more Better Daily, download our app and join our Betterment family at betterdaily.live. Use code POD to get 25% off your subscription. That's POD, all caps, to save 25% on your subscription. We all have a cross to carry. It's lighter when we do it together. Go to betterdaily.live today.